I think what I do is important because we take this process of completely changing the way that physicians and doctors' offices and health centers practice medicine, which has always been on paper. And they've now decided to use technology to do it, and we help them distill it down, make it manageable, and make it successful. I think it's important to make sure that women are represented in technology to keep that momentum going, because I think you truly end up with better outcomes and potentially different solutions and ways of operating.
This industry is not very women-friendly historically anyways, at least there's not as many women in it as there are men. So I think it's really important that we're highlighting those that have found success and giving other women an opportunity to think about how they might be successful in this industry as well. I just started CMIT Solutions just over a year ago, January of 2011, and I get to have those great relationships with other business owners, and that's why I did it. So I'm enjoying the life of business ownership now for just over a year.
First of all, I think there's not a lot of women in technology. I'm an adjunct professor in the software engineering department at RIT, and there's very few females that are actually in the classes. For one thing, by promoting technology with women, it helps get more women into that field. From my perspective, I would like people to really say, wow, I enjoyed working with her, I enjoyed working on her teams. She was a good leader and she helped me along the way. And I think that's probably the best legacy I could leave, is to help people.
I've been very successful within the Paytech Windstream organization, originally starting out as a salesperson and then promoted to the regional director role in mid-2007. It might have been preconceived that it might be a man's arena, and it isn't. The world has definitely evolved. I think that women are, and I've looked at the nominees, have risen to the ranks of being number one within their professions. So getting this type of recognition and acknowledgement is crucial for other young women that are looking to advance in the technology arena. So very excited to be part of the program.
I am the CEO and founder of 10-Rate Technologies. We make wireless electronics for energy efficiency. There's some people out there who have said that our technology is ahead of its time or basal or not very meaningful. And I find those naysayers to be fuel to the fire. So if my legacy is anything, it'll be that you don't give up on something, regardless of resources, time, whether or not you're not fashionable. You keep moving forward with it because you know you're going to change the world with it.
I think anything that we do in this community in particular to recognize people who are investing their time to make our world, our community a better place is important, because it encourages people to keep up with those efforts. And what people often don't think about in a technology project, it's not the technology itself that can be the risk in the implementation. It is actually achieving adoption of that technology, but moving them through that disruptive change in a positive way, I really feel is my best contribution and the most important accomplishment.
I'm the president and CEO of Zwirls Inc. I'm a video game developer, and we make action video games for girls, specifically games that encourage girls to use technology in a new way and really focus on girl power. I see a lot of games out there that are very driven by makeup or hairstyle or dress up, but we're more than one-dimensional characters. So I really wanted to see games that were more focused on the way girls truly like to play, not the way a marketer might interpret what a little girl might like to play with. I think that I bring something at a very young level to girls that might inspire them to think about technology as part of their lives and as part of their careers.
I work for Optimax Systems Incorporated in Ontario, New York. I am the R&D manager, and I manage all of our research and development as well as our small business innovative research programs. We develop novel techniques for polishing high-precision optics. It's very important to both honor and celebrate the women that are making achievements in that field, to help support and to encourage young females to get involved in these type of technology fields. What I do every day will help us succeed in the next 5 to 10 years, not necessarily in the next 5 to 10 days. Without that, no business will be successful.
I am the president and CEO of a company called PlanetGPA.com. And what we do is we recruit international students for U.S. colleges and universities. But it's larger than that. Our focus is to help U.S. institutions internationalize their campuses in a big sort of way so that they can graduate global citizens. I think it's equally important to honor women in technology because we know that in the U.S., in spite of the great progress that we've made, we know that there's still a salary inequality when it comes to women. We know that girls in general tend to somehow disassociate themselves from technology. And so by creating these kind of role models for girls, particularly from underprivileged backgrounds, we are letting them know that, hey, you can also make it, you can also do great things. And so I think to that extent, it's important to recognize women in technology.
My company is called JK Consulting. It's a sole proprietorship. I am a principal engineer and president, and I design optical interference coatings for a living. Passion for something can take you a long way. And just because something's difficult doesn't mean that it's impossible. When I first joined optics, I might not have been the stellar student, but I kept at it. And I found what motivated me within my discipline. And I would love for individuals in the future who get into optics to say, I want to be just like Jen Krushwitz, and I want to follow a path that she followed because it's exciting.
I currently work for M5 Networks, which is the cloud division of ShoreTel, and I am the director of customer service. With the space we're in, it is very, high-tech, cutting edge, and when I was brought into the company, one of my passions definitely is developing people. And with that mindset, why I'm so honored to be a nominee for this award is that women in technology is just disproving that it's a men's space, that really it's for anyone who has an interest and a passion for it.